Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars with a 1952 Chevrolet short bed pickup truck that has been turned into a rat rod. It's sitting on an S10 frame. It's got a Vortec V6 engine, automatic transmission, ice cold air conditioning, power steering, power disc brakes. This one's ready to rock and roll. Truck drives really nice down the road. It's got overdrive transmission, shifts through all the gears nice and smooth, steers really easy. I mean, it's sitting on an S10 frame, so it drives like a newer truck, obviously. For being a kind of a low rider truck, rat rod truck, it's pretty quiet. I hope you can hear that. I've had quite a few of these rat rod trucks in the past and they are rattly. And this one is not rattly. Steers real easy. It's got an awesome horn. Listen. It's very loud. And just so many cool touches. The guy, whoever built this, you know, I think they did just a really cool job. They were trying to build, and I think they succeeded in building a very, very cool rat rod. Nice sounding little engine. Nothing, you know, to write home about, but some Borla exhaust or a Flowmaster exhaust might make a difference in beefing up the sound of that Vortec 6. Nice smooth running engine. One of the great things, like I said, is it's got ice cold air conditioning. So we flip the switch over here. Stereo, I don't even think I've tried turning the stereo on. Okay, looks like it might be. There we go. Okay, it looks like the face is not sticking in all the way. So that'd be something to play around with, but it's got speakers in here. It's got a subwoofer in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Nice looking staggered wheels with low profile tires, just really make it pop. A lot of attention to detail. The brake lights, for example, are these old lights that when you hit the brakes it says stop. I love these. Actually, I was I was tempted to take them off and keep them to put on a truck that I was going to keep. That's how cool they are, and you don't see those very often. They're kind of rare. Just a really great stance for a rat rod. Love the visor. A nice extra touch. Obviously, it's a rat rod, so does it have some rust on it? It's got a great patina. I will say this: with the dents and the surface rust and stuff like that, I wouldn't call this a rusty bucket truck, even still. You know, maybe that's not fair. I don't think that this was a truck that had a tree growing up through it, but at the same time, you know, it's a rat rod, so it's got the dents, it's got some spots of rust. Looking up underneath it, obviously it's all solid on the frame because it's a newer frame. So somebody took some alligator skin here and made the door panels, welded a little plate there for the brake pad. Maybe that's loose on purpose so that because it's not wired directly to the battery. Love the little 6-ball here to open and close the vent, which still works. Just kind of cool. Mexican seat cover blanket. So one thing that this truck has is in the back, I just put a brand new battery in, and I wasn't able to really get completely troubleshot. It's actually got a flamethrower system in it, and you turn the little key here and you can hear it turn on. You open this up and it turns the gas on. I'm going to turn it back off because it's not. Then underneath this barrel we have propane, which is turned off right now, and inside this box that says warning protected by chupacabra is nitrous oxide, and it is full. Both of the tanks are full. Listen, you can hear it fill up. So anyways, spark plug wires go down to the exhaust, and you can see that there's some various spark plug wires in there. I started to mess with it. I see that it's sparking. I turned on the stuff and I never got it to shoot a flame. I think it just needs to be troubleshot. Maybe the spark plugs need to be cleaned. It was definitely shooting air, and there's an air button inside. It's got a little fan that makes sure it's always blowing out so it won't back blow. It's obviously somebody put a little what do you call it, fire extinguisher there. So anyways, I don't think it would take much to get the flamethrowers working, which would be sick. The previous owner said it shoots about a 4 or 5 foot flame. When you hit the nitrous, it'll shoot a little extra flame. So you kind of have two flames. You have your flame coming off the propane, that's about 3 feet, 4 feet. You hit the nitrous and it shoots out another extra 2 feet worth of flame. So glass is in great shape. Even the windshield looks good. Does not have wipers that I know of. I don't think the wipers are hooked up, but I'm not 100% positive. They feel stiff, so they may. At some point it was a Texas truck back in 2000. Glass windows roll up and down. Glass is in good shape on this side. Glass is in good shape in the back. Weather stripping looks nice. My battery's blinking at me saying it's getting low, so I'm going to try and get underneath the truck before it turns off. And I have to stick the camera under. I can't slide under like I do in my other videos usually. And try hopefully to show that actually the floor pans on this truck look pretty good. Obviously the frame. One of the things about this truck was when I bought this, I actually jumped on eBay and I said, what other rat rods are out there right now? Because rat rods are going crazy. And sure enough, there is another truck. Oh, also it has air shocks, little nipple back here. You can refill the air, lower and raise the rear. It doesn't seem to want to go up and down that much. So I've got it right now probably at about 100 PSI, which is, I think they're about 120 max, so it's sitting up just a little higher in the back. But when I bought it, I didn't even touch it. I drove it without putting air in it, and it was sitting a little bit more level. Anyways, I jumped on eBay, and I'm not lying when I say I saw a truck very similar to this. You know, and people are asking $42,000, so I take a closer look and I go, well, the body looks almost exactly the same. It's an S10 frame. It's got similar wheels on it. Well, the extra money is going in. You pop the hood and it's got a Corvette engine in it, or it's got a Camaro engine in it. So I can understand that, but I'm not sure if I can understand that $30,000 more than this truck. So, or $20,000 more than this truck. So anyways, I wanted to offer up really cool rat rod. Haven't seen any leaks, had it parked in the same spot in the garage for the past couple of weeks while I've been driving it, enjoying it, take it to a car show on the weekend. And I'm not going to take anything off of it, leave the old Peach State plate for you. Even if you're out of state, that's still kind of a cool plate to have. Came on the truck. I'm not going to take the visor off or anything like that. So what you see is what you get. But yeah, I wanted to offer this truck up for under 20 grand. I think being able to get into a running, driving, I mean, actually the truck, the previous owner is a friend of mine. He bought this truck up in Tennessee and drove it back to Atlanta. Absolutely no problems. Actually, his daughter drove it. She's in her early 20s, but he just said, I want to show you that, you know, this thing is a really reliable driver. And I've been driving it. I would let my wife drive it. I'd let my daughter drive it. It's, you know, it's got all the old school look on the outside that we're looking for in a rat rod, with all the reliability of a newer late model vehicle underneath. So anyways, PeachtreeClassicCars.com. This thing is sick.